What's up, tennis fans? I'm Lauren Lynch, and this is Tennis Now, your source for the latest tennis news now. Follow us as we follow the ATP World Tour Finals. The blue court inside the O2 Arena evoked memories of the green grass of Wimbledon. Novak Djokovic and Tomas Berdych squared off in a rematch of the Wimbledon semifinals at the ATP World Tour Finals in London today. Novak Djokovic beat Tomas Berdych in Group A round-robin play. The third-ranked Djokovic had beaten Berdych in 3 of their 4 meetings before today's match. World number 6 Berdych, the only top 10 player without a tournament title this year, is making his debut in the season-ending event. And for the next match, world number 1 Rafael Nadal met with 8th-seeded Andy Roddick to beat Roddick. However, Roddick played an amazing first match, but lost 3-6, 7-6, 6-4 to Nadal. The Wimbledon winner Nadal is 5-3 lifetime against Roddick, but the big serving American won their most recent meeting in the Miami semifinals. Will Roddick be able to regain his confidence for Wednesday when he plays against Tomas Berdych? Nadal has never reached the final of the ATP World Tour Finals, so he's hungry for success. What do you think his chances are against Novak Djokovic, which will be a rematch of the final of the US Open? The top 2 players in each round-robin group advanced to the Saturday's semifinals. Andy Murray met with the British Prime Minister last week and laid down the law in London opening day of play at the ATP World Tour Finals. Robin Soderling leapfrogged Murray in the rankings last week, but Murray swept the 4th-ranked Swede 6-2, 6-4 in the first singles match of a round-robin play. Murray said, "I think tactically it was a great match. I think I played very smart tennis. Obviously, it was getting tough in the second set with a lot of long rallies. I was on the defensive quite a lot, but I stuck to my tactics well and managed to come through." Whipping 27 winners, Murray beat Soderling for the first time in 4 years in raising his record to a 6-3 record against top 10 opponents this year. The 5th-seeded Scot narrowly missed qualifying for the 2009 season-ending semifinals and played like a man intent on making the Final Four this year. Murray, Soderling, 4-time champion Roger Federer, and David Ferrer form Group B. Federer won his 30th career match at the season-ending tournament, downing Ferrer 6-1, 6-4 to improve to 11-0 versus the Spaniard in a rematch of the 2007 final. Federer said, "All in all, I'm really happy with the way I was able to get out of the first match here. Starting off with a feisty top 10 player is never easy. It's sort of a first round. That's why I'm really pleased with tonight's performance." Next up for Federer is a round-robin match with Murray, whom Federer beat in the round-robin stage last year. Federer beat Murray in the Australian Open final in January, but Murray has won their last 2 meetings in Toronto and the Shanghai finals, and is 8-5 lifetime versus the 2nd-ranked Swiss. After putting the hammer down on Soderling, Murray met up with the man wielding the musical sledgehammer. Musician Peter Gabriel was at the crowd at the O2 Arena and met with Murray and his coaching consultant Alex Correggia after the match. Murray told his friends on Facebook, "Peter Gabriel and his son came to meet me after the match. Really nice guy. Alex Correggia, so pumped to meet him." For a behind-the-scenes video of the ATP World Tour Finals, check out the Bryan Brothers video blog, which includes cameo appearances by Andy Roddick, Roger Federer, and Fernando Verdasco. The ATP has approved the extension of its off-season to 7 weeks starting in 2012. ATP Executive Chairman and President Adam Helfand announced today. The increased break, designed to allow players more time for rest and training between seasons, was approved for the 2012 and 2013 ATP calendars by the ATP board at London meetings. Helfand said, "The length of the offseason is arguably the biggest issue confronting the sport of tennis, and it was the responsibility of the ATP to find a way to address the problem. I'm pleased to say that there was a broad consensus amongst our members that the players and the sport as a whole needed a longer offseason, and that both the player and the tournament representatives on the ATP board found a way to come together and make meaningful progress for the sport." The changes were achieved by removing the free week between the BNP Paris Masters and the Barclays ATP World Tour Finals and rescheduling 4 late season events to dates earlier in the year. The players will benefit from an additional 2 weeks off without the elimination of any tournaments on the ATP World Tour. Kimiko Date-Krumm took down former world #1 players Dinara Safina and Maria Sharapova this season and is considering calling it quits in 2011. The 40-year-old Date-Krumm says she's feeling the physical wear and tear playing the pro circuit and could retire sometime next year. Date-Krumm said, "I'm not a robot, I'm only human. It's been a good season, but I'm exhausted now. I need to recharge before I can think of completing next year. I hope I can have some good results in Grand Slams." Well, that wraps us up for today, tennis fans. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And you know what? Subscribe to the Tennis Now YouTube channel so you can get all the latest tennis news as we follow the ATP World Tour Finals in London. I'm Lauren Lynch, and this is Tennis Now. Thanks for watching. See you Wednesday.